The best way to lose belly fat is the same way that you're supposed to lose fat from everywhere else. There's no such thing as spot reduction. You can't go do 100 crunches a day and think that's going to burn more belly fat. Fat loss doesn't work like that, and your body is going to pull fat from wherever it wants when you're in a calorie deficit and you really have very little control over it. Because your fat disposition has to do a lot more with genetics, hormones, and your overall body fat percentage, and that's where you do have control is how many calories are you eating, how many calories are you burning, are you taking good care of your metabolism? That's where the real fat loss happens. It doesn't come from doing sit-ups thinking that that's going to burn fat specifically from your belly just because you feel a burn. The burn is in the muscle, the lactic acid. It has nothing to do with burning fat. And to be honest, the belly is usually the last place to go when you're losing fat and the first place to gain fat when you gain weight. And a lot of this has to do back with the hormones, cortisol, which is your main stress hormone, and when it's chronically elevated, this can potentially cause you to disproportionately gain more fat in the belly, which is why a lot of people walk around with bellies even if their arms and legs are lean. That midsection fat, otherwise known as central adiposity, that also forms around your organs, the visceral fat, the most dangerous fat that's correlated with all the diseases, are what some people call the body's way of protecting itself during times of stress. And this can happen even if you're trying to eat healthy and work out, because stress isn't just emotional. It also has to do with lack of sleep, under-eating, overtraining, and even dehydration. So if you're doing everything right but the belly won't budge, you might not need more discipline, you might need a better strategy and better recovery. So how can we fix this? I'm gonna give you a few quick tips and then a more in-depth resource. First off, strength train 3 to 4 days a week. This will protect your muscle mass so you're exclusively losing fat and keeping your metabolism fast, as opposed to losing muscle, which makes you lose less fat and slows down your metabolism. And this way you can keep losing weight even after you've lost a bunch of weight. You'll still be able to diet down because your metabolism hasn't slowed down. Second, eat in a modest calorie deficit. Not a starvation diet or a crash diet, because these things are going to make your metabolism slow down a lot faster and your body's going to start fighting the process. Thirdly, you need to sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. If you can't get 7 hours, follow my 28-point sleep optimization checklist and you can comment sleep below and I'll send it to you for free, because poor sleep is going to mess up your hormones and metabolism. Fourth, you also need to manage your stress, and I have a free stress reduction and stress management guide. Comment stress below and I'll send it to you for free as well. And fifth, don't rush the process. Be patient. In Islam, we learn sabr, and sabr, patience, applies to all areas of life. Great results in every area requires consistency, patience, and a long-term oriented mindset. If you try to push too fast, you're more likely to burn out, rebound, and have your metabolism and hormones fight the process, versus if you do it slowly and healthfully, your body's actually going to improve your hormones and metabolism in the process. Fat loss is full body. Belly fat is just the last part that tends to stick around. So don't obsess over losing fat from one area or losing it too fast. Focus on losing it the right way, and eventually you'll lose it everywhere. And since you stuck towards the end, I'm gonna give you a third resource, which is the best out of all of them, which is my full fat loss mini course using the exact system I've used to help hundreds of clients lose weight. I'm gonna give it to you for free today. Just comment system below. Make sure you're following so my message goes through. In Shaa Allah, let's get some gains, let's get some results, let's lose some fat, and let's do it the right way and not try to rush the process. Assalamu alaikum.